The label on your mayonnaise may say heavy duty, but what does that actually mean? The lack of standardization in the category causes unnecessary confusion and can lead to disappointing results, dissatisfied customers, and costly waste. Get performance optimized by application with Wilsey mayonnaise. Request one free case of the right mayonnaise for your mayo needs at venturafoods.com/mayo needs. Free product for qualifying customers while supplies last. Limit 1 per customer. Visit venturafoods.com/mayo needs for full terms and conditions.
Welcome to Menu Talk, a podcast presented by Restaurant Business and Nation's Restaurant News. I'm Pat Kobe, Senior Menu Editor of Restaurant Business. My guest this week is Sungchul Shim, chef owner of Gui Steakhouse in New York City. Chef Shim's dream was to open a restaurant in Times Square, and he realized that dream just about a year ago. Gui is an Americanized steakhouse concept with Korean and Asian influences. The steaks are dry-aged and cooked over live fire, fueled by a combination of wood and Korean charcoal. Along with traditional steakhouse sauces, Chef Shim offers a house-made steak sauce that's a umami-rich blend of Korean soy sauce, seaweed, and herbs. His Caesar salad also has Korean accents. The dressing includes fermented plum. Diners can choose from an array of starters and sides, but there's also a menu section of shared noodle and rice dishes. That's a traditional way for Koreans to end a restaurant meal. But a martini cart with tableside service is an all-American specialty of the bar and restaurant. With its customary mix of tourists and New Yorkers, Gui also offers a Prefix 3-course dinner, perfect for theater goers and gentler on the wallet than grilled ribeye or wagyu. Listen as Chef Shim talks about the culinary journey that brought him from Korea to New York and how he is wowing guests at Gui Steakhouse with its inventive menu in a stunning setting right in Times Square. Welcome, Chef Sung. So great to have you here today.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Yes, well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to hear about your culinary journey and what brought you to the steakhouse that you opened now.
So my journey started in New York, actually. So I came to New York for the Culinary Institute of America. And I went there and I started working at the New York restaurant. Then I started open my own restaurant, Kochi Mari. And then finally I opened the Gui Steakhouse in New York, Times Square.
And so Gui just opened this in 2025?
Yes, almost a year.
Okay, so it's pretty new.
It's new, yes.
And I know you're in the Times Square area of New York City. So do you get a lot of tourists and residents of New York?
Yeah, so it's in the heart of the city. So we have a lot of tourists from the Broadway and concert. And then we do have, there are a lot of the residential buildings. So, and also commercial building. So it's like a mix and match.
Yeah. And so tell me about the steak menu, because as you know, I mean, New York has a lot of steakhouses, not a lot of Japanese steakhouses, but so tell me about how yours is different, because you have a dry aging program and the cooking technique you use is a little different.
New York is known for the steakhouse, right? So I've been working in New York City for 10 years. So my dream is like opening a steakhouse in Times Square. So my differentiation from the other American steakhouse is like Korean, Asian spin, Asian like heritage. Because as I'm Korean, so I try to having like Americanized steakhouse concept. So we have same format as a classic steakhouse. So raw bar, appetizer, and steak, and entree and side. But what we have is on the appetizer section, we have the Korean and Japanese and Chinese flavor profile into it. And the steakhouse, steak menu, we have a dry aged program. So we selected very carefully the meat or from like really nice prime grade and carefully selected meat cut. We cook it on the pinchotan and wood fire grill. That's
Mm,
a totally different technique. Or and like as a chef, it's required like craftsmanship. It's not like a put it in the salamander 5 minute and turn and 5 minute turn. You need a technique. You
mm-hmm,
need a care. You need put a lot of you know effort in it to make perfect steak.
mm.
And then also the dry aging program, you need a lot of time to make perfect and a nice flavor profile on meat. So it just now rather than steak, we put a lot of care in this.
So do you do the dry aging right in the restaurant?
We do half of them, and then half of them we getting from the vendor. They do dry age for us, and then some
Mm-hmm.
of them, and then we do in the house.
Okay. And is it difficult to get the special charcoal for cooking?
It is, but now because kind of common to having the charcoal. So we using two kinds. One is a grill, and then one real wood fire grill. I mean wood. So real wood
Mm-hmm.
for cooking. So we're using both for cooking the steak. So it has a more like smoky flavor
Mm,
and more like uh flavorful and
mm-hmm.
kind of like a show.
Right. Now you also have some special sauces that you serve with the steak. So can you talk about those a little bit?
So on sauces, so we're using a lot of soy sauce, which we call it chan in Korean. So chan, it required a lot of time to make a right flavor profile. So it takes for years, and so a lot of vinegar. So Korean soy sauce has a lot of flavor and umami in it. For example, for our steak sauce, we put shio kombu, which is fermented seaweed, and it's soy sauce reduction and a lot of like herbs, and then we reduce down. We try to enhance the flavor with the steak.
Sounds delicious.
Thank you.
So you also do a special Caesar salad, like you turn that into something that is
Yeah.
more of your signature. Can you talk about that?
The Caesar salad is this common dish in the steakhouse. So I try to bring that menu in our menu selection. So what we do is a grill lightly on a pinchotan grill, and then we have a Caesar dressing with umeboshi, so which is a fermented plum. So it gives a nice like citrusy balance, and it gives a lot of umami, and it combined with cheese like Parmesan cheese, creamy sauce, and anchovy. It go well. So it has a like American character plus Asian Japanese flavor profile twisted.
Yeah, I mean, I tried that when I went to the restaurant and it was really unique. I liked it a lot.
Also, I add the crispy candied anchovy on it, so it gives some nice. Anchovy is this classic ingredient for the Caesar salad dressing. So we using that deep fry and then make it nice crispy and sweet. Sprinkle on top of the Caesar salad. It gives nice texture.
Yeah. Well, I also had the ghee brioche, which is really delicious. And
Yeah,
so you,
brioche is good. Yeah.
yeah. So how does that come onto your menu of Korean and Asian specialties? Because that's like a French pastry.
Yeah, French technique. Yeah, we put a lot of French technique on our menu. So
Mhm.
brioche. Recently we changed the other bread. So we like change it. Like sometimes you're using the brioche, sometimes you're using the other bread program. So try
Okay.
to give our guests more variety experience. So first brioche we had, so it has a chapko, which is a toasted grain on top. The crispy quinoa, crispy and like a lot of grain. And we dry it out, make it nice, toasty flavor. And then using serving with noodle butter, which is koji infused butter, serving with the bread. So it has a more like a umami flavor.
Yeah, the butter was really very unique too.
Yeah. And also we add the chocham, which is also fermented rice syrup.
Mm.
So that gives a more like a sweetness and complexity sweetness profile.
Do you have to explain a lot of the menu to people, or do they understand it right away? I mean, some of
No,
the
we have to explain specifically to make people understand our menu better. Otherwise, they have no idea what's going on with the menu.
so you train the servers to
It's our job.
describe everything. Yeah, because I mean they're very interesting spins on familiar items like Caesar salad and brioche, but they have a different flavor profile, as you said.
Yes, that's true.
So tell me about the share section of the menu because I mean some steakhouses have that, and I like the fact that you do noodle and rice dishes on the share side, and some of those are more affordable because steakhouse, steaks can be really expensive.
That's the big different our character from other classic steakhouse. The share menu is like cultural difference. So
Mhm.
in in our culture is we share food together. And then at the end of the meal, we share rice and noodle and stew. That's why I brought the menu to our option. So, for example, the kimchi fried rice and
Mhm.
dandan noodle and sundubu jjigae, which is a soft tofu stew. So it's a very well-known, popular menu in Korea. And then dandan noodle is known for the Chinese like popular menu dish. So we
Mhm.
here so they can share along with the leftover steak. So it has the at the end of the meal to fulfill the experience, fulfill the dining.
Yeah. Do some people just order that and not have the steak, or is the steak always something people order?
Steak always something people order.
Yeah.
Plus, is on top of that they order
The,
the
right.
share menu.
Then you also have like an affordable three-course menu that
We do.
is price fixed.
Yeah.
So I mean, some steakhouses can be very expensive, but that this menu is very reasonable. Is that
Yeah, that's the
something you wanted to do?
yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted for like who can come here enjoy our menu for everybody who like financially and like I mean for the like 70 our prefix menu price is like 75 60 our prefix price is a $65 for 3 courses. So
Hmm.
it's good for everybody. And then they can come in and then enjoy a quick dinner. And we have a lot of tourists and then like pre-theater guests and after theater guests. They want
Right.
to have like a quick experience. That's why I put that onto our menu program.
What are some of the dishes that you offer on the three-course menu?
So our prefix is 3 courses. So like 5 appetizer option like bacon, Caesar salad, chopped salad, crudo, and a spiced salmon tartare, and an entree, a 4 option, and a fish, grilled fish, and a steak frites, and then grilled chicken, and vegetarian option. And yeah, we serving the 2 option of the dessert. You can choose one. So which is black and white cake, which will be tiramisu, and then apple cheesecake. So, I mean, very affordable option who can come and enjoy our dining experience.
I also got to try the martini service, which was really, I
Oh,
know I didn't ask you this originally, but I
yeah.
really thought that was very special, the tableside martini preparation. So is that something that is typical in Korea, or is that, I know in New York, some places.
Not typical in Korea because, it's like a Broadway show, right? So we try to show, like, present something to the guests, having fun. That's why we designed this martini cart program for the guests.
Yeah.
So easy, fun way to enjoy the martini.
So tell me a little bit about, I'm probably not pronouncing this correctly, but Waro and
Waro.
yeah, how is that a different dining option within Gui Steakhouse?
Haro located within a steakhouse. So
Mhm,
originally I designed for the tasting room. So it's totally separate format and the menu. So steakhouse is focused on a steakhouse, right? Meat, and then like a family style feast dinner. And here is a more intimate dining experience from the chefs. So it's a round table. So Haro means fire pit. We cooking in the center. So we using the fire and a Pinchotang grill, and we cooking inside in the center. We serving food directly to the guest. So it's like an extension of the Broadway show. Guests watching us, seriously, they like enjoying this thing because the whole meal we prepare in the front of the guests. It's like a
mhm.
away. So very intimidating. A
It
dining.
sounds like fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's very fun concept.
And what are some of the things that you cook for them?
Uh, so steakhouse is focus on the steak. Here, I try to focus on more variety option. Shellfish, vegetables, the seasonal vegetable, and fish,
Mhm,
and then tries like duck, and then tries meat. So you can experience full dining experience, like a culinary journey. You can experience
mhm.
that. So we
And
have a Korean flavor profile. I mean, Korean rooted with the French. So we can call it a Korean French style chef tasting.
oh, is there only one table like that per night?
Yes, only one now, only one table sitting per night, which is 7 o'clock.
Oh,
You start serving.
and it's in a different room of the restaurant, or is it
Yes, totally different room. It's separated.
okay,
It's like
okay.
a speakeasy room.
Oh, yeah. Is it a secret too, or do people know about it?
People, it's hard to find out the room for the regular for the Gui Steakhouse guests.
Mhm,
Guests know it, and then we show them to the restaurant. But it's very hard to find it. It's very separate two
right.
sections. So
So, what will be next for you? Are you thinking of opening another Korean steakhouse or another type of
actually,
restaurant?
focus on what we are doing it. So because we recently opened a steakhouse and Haro concept. Haro we opened 3 months ago. So I'm trying to set this correctly and training people and the menu develop. So I'm still have a lot of things to do. So I'm open for the another journey, but and still try to focus on what I'm doing.
The label on your mayonnaise may say heavy duty, but what does that actually mean? The lack of standardization in the category causes unnecessary confusion and can lead to disappointing results, dissatisfied customers, and costly waste. Get performance optimized by application with Wilsey mayonnaise. Request one free case of the right mayonnaise for your mayo needs at venturafoods.com/mayo needs. Free product for qualifying customers while supplies last. Limit one per customer. Visit venturafoods.com/mayo needs for full terms and conditions.